you ever wondered where the most and the least affordable places are to live in the UK? Well, if you're anything like me and you're a bit nosy, then you probably have asked yourself this question. And in today's video, I will be going through the top 10 most affordable places to live in the UK and the top 10 least affordable places to live in the UK. And from the get-go, I'll give a spoiler alert. London is not in the top 5 least affordable places. I know, that shocked me too. So currently across the UK, the average house prices sit at around 8 times the average person's salary. So if the average UK salary is around £32,000, and I believe that's where it sits, that would mean that the average house price is around £256,000. So I came across an article in the Evening Standard which talked about the most and the least affordable places in the UK. The article will be linked down below in the description. And in this article, they actually give you the 20 most affordable places and the 20 least affordable places in the UK. But due to time and not wanting to make this video too long, I'm just sticking to the top 10 and the bottom 10. So let's start with the 10th most affordable place in the UK. Sorry, the ice cream man is outside. So number 10 is Dundee, Scotland. I've personally never been there myself, but I hear it's pretty nice. The price to earnings ratio in Dundee, Scotland is 5.8, and the average house price currently sits at £181,150, and the average salary sits at around £31,000 per year. Next, we have a joint 8th place for Hull and Inverness. So both Hull and Inverness have a price to earnings ratio of 5.6. In Hull, the average house price sits at around £156,000 and the average annual salary sits at around £27,000. And in Inverness, the average house price sits at around £191,000 and the average salary sits at around £34,000. So not really a surprise, so far everywhere that's the most affordable is much further up north than anywhere I live. Next, for number 7, we're back to Scotland, but in Perth this time. In Perth, the average price to earnings ratio is 5.5 and the average house price is at around £203,000 with an average salary of around £36,000. I'm really quite shocked by these average salaries because they mirror quite closely to what we have down here in the southeast. So let's see if this trend continues. Next, we have a triple joint 4th place. And surprise, surprise, they are all in Scotland. These cities are Glasgow, Aberdeen and Stirling. In all of these 3 cities, the price to earnings ratio sits at 5.4. In Glasgow, the average house price is around £196,000 with an average annual salary of £36,000. In Aberdeen, the average house price is around £205,000 with an annual average salary of £38,000. And in Stirling, the average house price is around £208,000 with an average annual salary of £38,744. So basically so far what we've learned from this video is that Scotland pays good average wages, has affordable houses, and generally speaking, from the time that I visited Scotland, I thought they were the most lovely people on earth. Honestly, I would move there in a heartbeat if it wasn't for the weather. So now let's discover the top 3 most affordable places to live in the UK. At joint 2nd place, we have Bradford and Carlisle. So both of these cities have an average price to earnings ratio of 4.8. In Bradford, the average house price is only £164,000 and the average salary sits at around £34,000. And in Carlisle, the average house price sits at £163,000 with an average annual salary of around £34,000. And now for the number 1 most affordable city in the UK, we have Londonbury, Northern Ireland. Londonbury has an average price to earnings ratio of 4.7, an average house price of £155,000 and an average salary of £33,138. I did think the number 1 place would be in Scotland, so it's interesting that it got mixed up a bit and Northern Ireland got in there, but I think we can see generally from the top 10 places, Scotland in general seems to be the most affordable place to live in the UK. Now let's move on to the least affordable places in the UK. And I know you're already thinking London, and it is included in this list, but it's not number one. So for the joint 9th place, we have Chelmsford and St Albans. In both of these cities, the average price to earnings ratio sits at around 10.2. In Chelmsford, the average house price is around £424,000, with an average salary of around £41,000. And in St Albans, the average house price sits at around £604,000, with an average salary of £59,000. Now, to be fair, an average salary of around £59,000 is a lot on UK standards, so you can kind of see why house prices would be more. But if we were to compare it to Londonbury, for instance, which has house prices at around £155,000, an average house price of £604,000 in St Albans is quite a lot. And the 8th place for the least affordable cities in the UK is London. So London's price to earnings ratio is 11. The average house price is £564,000, with an average salary of around £51,000. This one shocked me because I thought London would have the highest salary on this list, and I also thought it would have the most expensive houses. But as you can see, that's not the case. Even St Albans has a better average salary than London. Before I continue, don't forget to hit that like button down below if you've enjoyed this video so far, and also hit that subscribe button as well. It's free and it's just a great way to support my channel. In 7th place, we have the lovely Brighton and Hove, where the average price to earnings ratio is 11.6. The average house price is £449,000 and the average salary is £38,000. And I reckon a few of you may have guessed number 6. So in the 6th position, we have Cambridge. The average price to earnings ratio in Cambridge is 11.9, with an average house price of £482,000 and an average salary of £40,000. In 5th place, we have Chichester. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, so I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. This city has an average price to earnings ratio of 10.6 and an average house price of around £446,000. The average annual salary sits at around £37,000. So far, 5 out of the 6 places listed as the least affordable cities in the UK are all based in the southeast. And all I can think to myself is, why do I live in the southeast? In joint 3rd place, we have Bath and Truro. In both of these cities, the average price to earnings ratio is 12.1. In Bath, the average house price is £476,000 and the average salary is £39,000. In Truro, the average house price is £356,000 with an average salary of £29,000. Personally, for me, Bath is by far one of the most beautiful cities in the UK, so I'm not really surprised that it's up there in terms of least affordable. In 2nd place, we have the lovely Oxford. The average price to earnings ratio in Oxford is 12.4, with an average house price of £486,000 and an average salary of around £39,000. And I wonder if you can guess number 1. I'll give you a moment to think. So in 1st place, we have Winchester or Winchester, however it's pronounced. Winchester has an average price to earnings ratio of a whopping 14, where the average house prices are around £630,000 and the average salary is around £45,000. That is a huge price to earnings ratio and not anywhere that I'm looking to get to in a hurry. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's a bit of a fun one, but it's really interesting to see where's affordable, where's not affordable, and I wonder if anyone watching this video is thinking about moving to a more affordable place as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. For me personally, we moved outside of London, even though it's not that far outside of London. It's about an hour away on train or an hour away driving, but still, we moved outside of London in order to be able to afford a house that we liked and that we wanted. And so I'm curious, has anyone else done this, or is anybody else considering doing this in the near future? Let me know down below in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video real soon.